My gardens are battlefields.
I like that
I
one.
like that one. Yeah.
I did too.
I won the rabbit invasion for now, but have a new problem. Something is rutting up my gladiator bulbs and late tomato plants. We suspect our resident armadillo. These are not being eaten, just pushed up and left. Could we be right? How do we stop this armadillo from destroying our garden? And this is from Cass, West Tennessee. I like that. Mr. D, armadillos might be rutting up.
Yeah, I would ask
Plants.
Kaz. I wonder how he was successful in handling his rabbit invasion.
That would, yeah,
Because
I would like
sometimes
to
the
know
same,
that too.
yeah, sometimes the same tools for handling rabbits
boy.
will also work with armadillos, and I'm especially talking about the 12-year-old with a 20
yes,
gauge
of
or
course.
22
Yeah,
rifle.
yeah, scatter good.
Of course.
That'll take care of that. But you know, that's probably, it sounds very much like what your problem is. Armadillos, they're 95% of their diet is insects,
Right.
so they don't really like a lot of you know, plant material. They will eat some fruits and things like that, but they prefer insects and grub worms and earthworms and things
yeah.
like that. You know, I would suggest try to trap it, you know, because they are active mostly at night. You know, rabbits, on the other hand, are crepuscular. They are very active, you know, right at dusk and then right at dawn. So that 12-year-old might see them. Unless he's out there in the middle of the night, he might not see that armadillo. But you can use just a regular live animal trap and put you some wings on it. This little publication from
that's a good one.
Prevention and Control of Wildlife Damage has an illustration. And those wings are simply made from 1x6s.
Okay.
And if you do this, armadillos are curious enough. You can set the trap, and you really don't even have to put any bait in there. They
how about
will
that?
They'll find those wings, and sometimes they'll go right into that live trap without bait. You can use bait if you want to. Use fetid meat, you know, stinky meat. Or,
You know, when you said wings, I thought you meant like chicken wings.
well,
chicken wings.
you're just hungry. It's getting close to lunch. You're just hungry. But that is probably as good a way as any to try to get that critter, and that way you don't have to stay up all night and with a spotlight.
Yeah, trying to figure it out.
They're very interesting critters. You know, if you catch one in a trap, don't handle it. They carry the bacteria that causes leprosy, so it's very important that you do not, you know, handle armadillos unless you wear good rubber gloves and things like that. But they have 1 litter of critters per year, little babies, and they have 4 quadruplets. There's one egg that's fertilized, and they have 4 identical quadruplets. Little clones. They are. They're little clones. That's why. Have you ever seen a different looking armadillo? Some of them are flatter than others on the road, but they're all pretty much the same color. They're pretty much, they look alike. They have
One
the same
armadillo
expression
looks
on
like
the
the
face.
other.
That's right. But if you've got one out there, you know, if it's a female, you may have 5. You might not know it, so you know, you need to try to catch her and get rid of her. But another thing you can do, it's a little bit more expensive. You can try to exclude them from your garden with a armadillo exclusion fence. Now they can climb fences, they can swim. But if you build a fence and you angle it out at about 40 degrees, they can't climb up and you know, that 40 degrees. So you can use fences to exclude them from your garden. They can burrow under it. So you may have to do a little, you know, you have to sink it in the ground a little bit. Wow. They probably got several burrows around. They don't just do one burrow. They usually have several burrows, so they have an option if they're running from something to go to, you know, in different directions.
How about that?
They like to be around rock piles and brush and weeds and things like that. If you've got any of those, that's probably where the burrow is. If he has any of that around his garden, may want to just clean that up.